Hi guys, welcome back. I got a phone call, so it cuts off my number here, so sorry about that. An outlier on the top end would be 148, but we don't have a number above that. Now we can figure out the number if 96 is an outlier. So quarter one minus that number. So quarter one was, the middle of the bottom is 118. So 118 minus 18 is 100. And so we do know now for certain that since 96 is less than 100, 96 is an outlier. Okay, so this is true. We found out this was true. If 96 were removed from the data set, the mean of the remaining 9 stores would be greater. So let's think about this. If we took this 96 out, now the number in the middle would be 125. It would go up. And anytime you remove a lower outlier, of course, it's just like if you asked a teacher, can you remove that really low quiz grade? And your grade goes up. So of course, your grade would go up if you removed the lowest score. This must be true. If the value 96 were removed, the standard deviation of the remaining 9 would be less. So of course, if the spread outedness of the data and you take out less of the spread, it would go down. Of course that would be true. So this one must be false. It says if the value of 96 was removed, the IQR would be less. Well, let's look at the IQR. If you take this out, I must relist the numbers here. So if I take that out, 96 is gone. 110, 118, 118, 122, 125. I'm running out of room here. Sorry, 125, 126, 130, 139, 145. So if I work my way to the middle here, this is the median, right? The middle of the bottom is still 118. And the middle of the top is 130, half of that, so like 134 and a half. So the IQR went 134 and a half minus 118, and it was 12. Okay, so let me get a calculator. And so now it's 16.5. And so it says the IQR of the remaining 9 would be less when in fact we noticed it actually went up. The interquartile range went up. So false. That's our answer. Next question. Says the owner of a supermarket chain notices there's a positive correlation between sale of beer and ice cream. Okay, so what do we have here? When I sell beer, so let's say a positive correlation between the sale of beer and ice cream. So beer, so let's say I serve 500 cases of beer, 1,000 cases of beer, 1,500 cases of beer, and cartons of ice cream. Maybe it's not the same number, but he's noticing that if they sell not very much beer, they don't sell very much ice cream and vice versa. So something that looks like it's going up in the positive direction. During seasons where the sale of beer was above average, the sales of ice cream were also above average. Likewise, during the season where the sale of beer was lower, the sale of ice cream was also lower. Which of the following would be a valid conclusion? So correlation does not mean causation. In fact, I think when it's warm outside, instead of wine and different cold weather things to drink. When it's warm outside, people have a tendency to drink more beer. They also might be on vacation, so summertime. Ice cream, when it's warm, I feel hot and I think, ooh, I'm gonna have some ice cream to cool myself down. So possibly for the same reason, not because ice cream makes us want to drink beer or beer makes us want ice cream, maybe it's the weather that's really causing it. Correlation only means knowing one helps me predict the other. So as a business owner, if I know how much beer I sell, I could use this graph to help me predict how much ice cream I should stock on the shelves, not because beer causes ice cream cravings. Okay, so let's find our answer. It says the positive correlation is most likely a result of the variable temperature. There it is. That's my answer, and that's what I was thinking of. So this is our best choice. All right, next question. We'll go to 411. You want to know the opinions of high school teachers on the issue establishing a national proficiency test as a prerequisite for graduating. You obtain a list of high school teachers belonging to this educational foundation and mail surveys to a random sample of 2,500 teachers. In all, only 1,347 return the survey. Of those who responded, 32% they favor some kind of proficiency test. Okay, so it sounds like that would be 471. Okay. Now, which of the following statements are true? This sounds like it's just going to be the design. I'm not doing any calculations. It says the results of this survey may be affected by undercoverage and non-response. Okay, why is this our best answer? The reason is literally not everyone responded. So you can kind of assume they're a no or they don't care. Remember, we must fight indifference. So if I look at this here, literally 1,153 did not respond. So the data we collect must kind of take that into account, that a whole lot of people, almost as many people responded, didn't respond at all, okay? That's called non-response. So I can't cover the opinions of the people that never responded. So it's going to lead to undercoverage and non-response. All right, last question. So, oh, my lights went off in my room. All right, last question. For a certain experiment available, we have units 8 rats, or experiment, okay, so we got our 8 rats, 4 of which are female. Okay, so female 1, female 2, female 3, female 4. Okay, so here's my mouse, right? Just put a little bow on her head. Like Minnie Mouse, right? These 4 rats are in my study, and these 4 males are in my study. And there's 4 treatment groups, A, B, C, and D. So maybe these are 4 different medications. It doesn't really matter, but if I'm interested whether medication A might work really good on men rats, but not women rats, or B might work really good on the female rats, but not on the guy rats. So I got a problem. If I'm interested in blocking by gender, I have to make sure that each gender got that treatment, or else in the end, I won't be able to make conclusions about that treatment and gender. So let's see which one fit the bill. I have a female and a male, ooh, 2 females, that's a problem. That's impossible. A male and a male. No, I can't have that because then I didn't really block. Okay, so if this happened, I would only have information of how treatment B affected females, and I wouldn't be able to compare that to how it affected the males. Let's see if these other ones are fine. A female and a male, a female and a male, 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 female and a male. Yep. Okay, definitely that's the one that is impossible because it didn't block. Thanks for joining us, guys. See you next time.